So we have our evolution out today, the Sprint Supreme. Now, just so you know, you get plus 10 sprint speed, plus 10 acceleration, but it's capped at 78 rates. So I know it's a bit confusing. For example, Koulibaly actually goes up to 81 pace, even though it's capped at 78. Now, the reason why, let's use a Kanji who's got 78 pace. If you were to upgrade him, he only gets a +1 because it's capped. Now, the reason why it's capped is because his acceleration is capped at 78. His sprint speed isn't. Whereas if we go to Koulibaly and we have a look at his card, you'll see here that his sprint speed and his sprint speed is already over, so that's fine, but his acceleration goes up to 78. So with that in mind, there are some good players. Like Romero, I think, is a fantastic choice straight out the bat. You can see here, it gets him up to 78 pace and maximizes that acceleration and sprint speed. Now, if we look at his card before then, you can see he's already got sprint speed of 78, but his acceleration is so low. So with 67 acceleration, get the +10 on it, it's going to be 77. So that's how it's going to work. So keep that in mind when you are EVOing cards. It's not just for this one. It's for almost every single EVO that's going to be coming out. It's how EA are doing it this year. But Romero is a really good shout. I think even if you went for an Ake, if his sprint speed's quite low, no, it doesn't even move. So don't even bother doing Ake unless you want the card design. So you are looking for the slower one. So for example, if you got yourself like Romologli there, he does get a little bit of a pace boost of a +4. Gets that acceleration and sprint speed up as well. But you want to be careful which players you choose. Now, in terms of actual ones that look really, really good that are used for, I think Pau Torres could be a good shout. Gives him a +7 pace overall. Playing for Prem and Spanish, really good links. On top of that as well, going through the players I have, and then we'll go over to our website to show you some better ones. The likes of Kimpembe is a shout because it'll get him up to 78, so a +4. Again, helping out that pace there. Again, what else do they get? They only get pace. The acceleration and sprint speed, so nothing too crazy there. Christensen's also a good shout if you're running that, of course. Danilo isn't going to help. Lucas Hernandez does get a little bit for pace to go up. Whether you want to waste that or not, I don't know. It's completely up to you. But depending on what team you're going for, they're the better choices. Now, if you want to go lower down, you're going to find better choices. For example, we've got ourselves Indigo Martinez. He's going to get himself a +7 on pace, which is really good. Not the best in the physicals, but again, you can use chemstyles to boost that with Anchor, or even a Shadow. But you got players like Otamendi. That's the whole point of this, is to boost them up. They're going to get 10 pace. If they're not max 78, they're going to get 10 pace. So let's try and find someone who's even close to that. So, for example, we've got ourselves... Who's a really good choice here to use that for an example? Damian's a good shout to get us up. We got this girl here. She's got 68 pace. That's going to give us 76. The reason why it doesn't go all the way up again is because of her acceleration or sprint speed is going to be capped. So just remember with those caps. But let's go ahead and head over to the website. Now, the website is going to be called foot.gg. So we are on foot.gg, and what you want to do is click on evolutions, and then you are going to find here Sprint Supreme, and that's already the best 3 choices that people are recommending on trends. We've got De Ligt, Engen, and Martinez. Now Martinez is a fantastic shout, going from 71 pace and then boosting him all the way up, and you can have a look what the boost is going to do to him once you do the Evo. But there are multiple things you can do. So for example, we clicked on it, we've got eligible players at the top. That'll give you the list of players that can be upgraded, and then we can go ahead and click on evolved, and that's what they're going to look at once they have been upgraded. Now, that Kosunu looks really good in the Serie A. Again, a few choices from the Women's League. We've got Eric Garcia there, De Ligt. But, I mean, Martinez is the best choice, I think, in general. 78 pace, plus adding a Shadow is going to give him, like, what's that going to be? 86 pace with a Shadow. And if you wanted to check what that looked like, you can click on it. Click on the card that's been evoed, click on Sprint Supreme like that, and then click on the card. And at the bottom here, you've got the chemstyles, a Shadow, like I say, 86 pace, 92 defending on that card. That is really nice. Only concern is he is controlled. If you don't like the look of that, then you can just go back and click on another player. So let's go ahead and use Ben White, for example. Ben White here. I think Ben White's also a fantastic shout because he can play centre-back, not just right-back. And the same thing. We can go ahead and put a Shadow on him. Controlled lengthy, 86 pace, 90 defending, and 80 physical. With a 4-star weak foot is also a really nice option there. With the ability to play centre-back or right-back, and he is 6'1", so he's quite tall. So again, that's what you want to do. Go through all of those. But my best choices is going to be Ben White, Martinez. I like a Kanji, but I don't know if it's worth the upgrade because it's only going to be like a +1, +2. The same for Konza as well. If we click on Konza, you can see Konza gets... what's that? 5 pace. So it's not terrible, but then you have got yourself the chain here, starting to stat limits, then into club member, then into Sprint Supreme. So just keep that in mind when you are clicking on players. There are a way to chain them. Not all of them are going to be straight out upgrades as you're looking through. We've got Pavard here. Koulibaly is a good shout, especially if you're running a Saudi League team. The same with Nacho Fernandez. We have a look at Koulibaly here. Goes from 76 pace to 80. Mostly lengthy. Add that Shadow. 89 pace with a Shadow. 91 defending. Has anticipate. 4-star weak foot as well. Really nice if you're running a Saudi League team nowadays, especially with Cancel, etc. And let's have a look at Nacho Fernandez. Again, going straight into the Sprint Supreme. Where is it on here? I don't think it's even here. Let's go to the next page and have a look. There we go. So not the most impressive there. 78 pace, so just be careful of that. You have to chain in with Club Member. I think it's Club Member. And then into Sprint Supreme to get him to 80 rated. So just remember that in terms of pace, 80 that is. And then we got Kim Min Jae, Konate's on here. I think Konosu, I think his name is Kosunu. I might pronounce that wrong. It's a really good shout. In terms of that, though, there isn't many either. Tomore's an interesting card, but again, doesn't get any pace boost. You see that none of his stats improve. So I wouldn't really waste it on someone like that. Definitely look for a player that's going to help you, and that's down to those caps, as I mentioned. Simakin's going to be the same. Darmian's a good shout, especially playing right mid, centre back, and obviously right back. 5-star weak foot. If we get Darmian done, and not look for the chain here, if we just scroll down to the bottom to the next page, you can see here, Sprint Supreme gets him to 78. Remember, he's got 5-star weak foot. Add a shadow on, 86 pace, 87 defending with the 5-star weak foot. Yeah, 6 foot tall isn't the best. And having 75 physical isn't also that great either. But you can see that there are multiple choices. Let me know in the comment section down below which players you're going for. If there's any that you're in the team that I might have missed as well, because I need to know because I haven't decided on mine yet. And I'll catch you in the next video.